You were a mountaineer, and this is your luck. You were born lucky. Not rich, lucky. There's a difference. Rich means someone else earned it. Lucky means the universe made a mistake and put you here, in this body, with these hands, at this exact moment in history where a human being can look at a mountain and say, I'm going up there, and nobody stops you. That alone is a miracle. You're home. The Alps, the Himalayas, the Andes, it doesn't matter. Pick a wall of rock that wants to kill you. That's your home now. The beginning. You didn't choose this. It chose you. Maybe it was a photograph in a geography book. Maybe it was a family trip where you were 10 years old and you saw a peek through the car window and something in your chest moved. Not excitement, something older than excitement. Recognition, like seeing a face you've always known. You pointed at it and said nothing because there were no words. There still aren't. You started small. A hill, then a bigger hill, then something with a proper name. Your first real climb is embarrassing in retrospect, a tourist trail with handrails and a gift shop at the top. But at the summit, the wind hit your face and you looked down at the world below, and everything that had been loud in your head went quiet. That silence, you've been chasing it ever since. The mountains are calling and I must go. John Muir. You're home. Your boots, not cheap ones. The wrong boots are a death sentence written in blisters. Crampons, 12 points, steel, the kind that bite into ice like argument. Ice axe, not for drama, for self-arrest. You fall, you drive the pick in, you stop. Simple physics. Harness, rope, carabiners, quick draws, a rack of protection gear that weighs more than your dignity. Helmet because your brain is the only thing up there that cannot be replaced. A sleeping bag rated to -20. At -5, it barely works. Manufacturers lie. Remember this. Freeze-dried food that tastes like cardboard soaked in regret. You will eat it gratefully at 7,000 meters. You will mean it. A headlamp because summit attempts start at 2 in the morning. Darkness is your friend. The sun is your enemy up high. It softens the snow, loosens the ice, starts the rockfall. You move before dawn. You summit before noon. You descend before the mountain changes its mind about letting you live. Your body. Your body is a machine you are constantly trying to break and rebuild stronger. At sea level, you're ordinary. A face on the street. Nothing remarkable. Put you above 5,000 meters, and you become something else, something the body was never designed to be. The air thins, oxygen drops, your blood thickens, your brain swells slightly, and your thoughts become strange and slow, like objects moving through honey. Altitude sickness is democracy. It takes the fit and the unfit equally. Elite athletes have turned back. Olympians have vomited at base camp. You are not special. The mountain does not care about your gym schedule. Acclimatization is the answer. Slow ascent. Climb high, sleep low. Let the body produce more red blood cells. Let the lungs expand their capacity. This takes weeks. Patience is not optional. Patience is survival. Your hands. They are cracked, calloused, scarred, missing the tips of 2 fingers. Frostbite. Mont Blanc, a bivouac that went wrong. You thought you'd lose the whole hand. You didn't. You were lucky. You were always lucky. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Edmund Hillary. The climb. 3 in the morning. The alarm doesn't wake you. You weren't sleeping. You've been lying in your sleeping bag listening to the wind outside the tent, calculating whether it's too strong, whether the weather window will hold, whether today is the day or another day of waiting. You get up. You melt snow for water, half an hour for a liter. You eat what you can stomach. You dress in layers you've rehearsed 100 times. Base layer, mid-layer, shell. Gloves inside gloves inside gloves. You put the crampons on in the dark by feel. You've done it so many times, your hands do it without instructions. Headlamp on, first step into the cold. The mountain at night is a different creature, silent in a way that has weight. The stars above you are not beautiful, they are ancient and indifferent. You are a small thing moving through a large dark. The rope connects you to your partner, 2 heartbeats in the dark, moving upward. The ice is good. Your crampons bite clean. The ice axe swings rhythmically. Plant, step, step, plant. This is the meditation people in cities pay money to approximate. You have the real thing. You earned it. The moment everything goes wrong. 6 hours in, halfway up the north face, you're moving well, too well. You stop noticing. That's when it happens. A sound like a rifle shot above you. Serac. A block of ice the size of a house has calved from the glacier above you. You don't think. Your body thinks for you. It's been trained for exactly this moment. You press into the wall, ice axe buried, face down, and the world becomes noise and wind and white. Then, silence. You check yourself. Fingers, toes, present. Your partner, present. The rope is intact. You are alive by margins so thin they don't have a name. This is the part nobody talks about at dinner parties. You can go up or you can go down. Your mind runs the calculation in seconds, the same calculation every climber has ever made on every mountain in history. How much do I want this versus how much do I want to live? These are not opposites. The best climbers understand that they are the same question asked from different angles. You go down, not because you are afraid, because the mountain will be there next season, and you want to be there too. Cowardice and courage are never without a chance of switching roles. Uri Ledecka. Personal thought. I've turned back more times than I've summited. Every retreat taught me something a summit never could. The mountain respects the climber who knows the difference between bravery and stupidity, and honestly, so do I. Every time I walked away alive. Every time I walked away, I came back. Base camp. Base camp is its own civilization, tents in colors bright enough to spot against the snow, the smell of gas stoves and unwashed humans in altitude, guides, porters, climbers from 12 countries who communicate through hand gestures and weather forecasts. Here you wait. Waiting is most of mountaineering. Nobody tells you that. The magazines show summits. The summits take hours. The waiting takes weeks. You read. You play cards. You watch the mountain, reading it the way a sailor reads water, the color of the ice, the sound of the wind at altitude, the patterns of cloud that form around the upper ridges in the afternoons. The mountain is always talking. The skill is learning to listen. Your climbing partner is a woman who has summited 8 peaks above 8,000 meters. She doesn't talk much. She makes decisions fast and sleeps anywhere. At base camp, she reads philosophy. Camus mostly. You asked her once why Camus on a mountain. She said, he understood that the struggle itself is enough. You think about that for 3 days. The summit. Second attempt. The weather window is narrow. 36 hours, maybe less. You go. The final ridge is exposure you cannot prepare for mentally. On your left, 2,000 meters of nothing. On your right, 2,500 meters of nothing. You are walking a line between 2 kinds of falling. The path is the width of your boots. The wind is trying to make a decision for you. You don't look down. You look at the next step. That's the only answer to exposure. Shrink your world to the size of one move. Then the next, then the next. The summit will take care of itself if you take care of the steps. And then, no drama, no fanfare, no trumpet sound. The ridge flattens. There is nowhere higher to go. You are there. Below you, the entire curve of the earth. Above you, a sky so dark blue it's almost black. The silence is absolute, complete. The kind of silence that exists above language, above thought. You are standing at the top of something, and the something is not just the mountain. You cry. You don't know when it starts. You don't try to stop it. Your partner puts her hand on your shoulder and says nothing. She's been here before. She knows that words ruin it. You take no photograph. You want to keep this one for yourself. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. T.S. Eliot. Personal thought. People ask what you feel at the summit. They expect you to say joy. Sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's grief. Grief for everyone who wanted this and didn't make it. Grief for the version of yourself that almost gave up. Mostly it's gratitude. Raw, wordless gratitude for being alive, and for being here, and for having wanted something so badly that you were willing to suffer for it. That's what the mountain gives you. Not the view, the willingness. The descent. 80% of accidents happen on the descent. Your body knows this. Your legs are trembling with 12 hours of effort. Your judgment is compromised by altitude and exhaustion and the emotional crash that follows a summit. This is when people die, when they've already won. You are careful, methodical. One anchor, one